So if you guys been looking for an ultimate weapon that's gonna destroy these dungeon bosses and make easy work of them, well, this is 100% going to be the ultimate weapon you want to start grinding for. And over the past couple weeks, I've been grinding multiple ultimate weapons and slowly upgrading them when I have a chance. And this weapon in particular instantly stood out to me as one of the better bossing weapons in the game, and it proved to be exactly what I was looking for in dungeon bosses. I absolutely just shred them, and all of these dungeon bosses, I never have to go through multiple phases to kill them. A little bit of skill damage, and the rest of the work comes in with the Enduring Legacy. So if you guys have been looking for an ultimate weapon that's going to help you, this is the one you want. Take a look at this. I was like, now you know what we need? We need the big boy. Eat through that fool. Say hello. Oh, where'd he go? Say hello to my little friend. And just like that, the dungeon boss got melted. So if you guys have been struggling with these dungeon bosses, maybe it might actually be your ultimate weapon, and the Enduring Legacy is what you want. Let's get into that build. So let's get into the full build breakdown for the Enduring Legacy. You guys can see I currently have firearm attack 11.8%. It's gold rolled. Firearm critical hit rate 14.1%. Firearm critical hit damage 39%, which is purple, could get even better. And then since I do use this weapon for bossing, not only for doing dungeons, well, I do have bonus firearm attack for versus Colossus, and I'm never going to change that because I'm always going to probably use this build for those. Let's get into how I have this set up. So you're gonna see we have 821,000 right here. We have rifling reinforcement that's gonna give us that firearm attack 32%. We do have a catalyst in here. We do have action reaction that's gonna give a firearm attack and recoil. We have sharp precision shot. You can actually put a few different ones in here. I feel like this one works really good. The fire rate does get decreased by 20%, but when pulling the trigger, the fire rate goes up plus 4%. Recoil goes down by 5%, and the firearm attack 6% for every 0.5 seconds up to 10 stacks. So that's why this one actually works really good, especially for those dungeon bosses. We have better insight for that fire critical hit rate. We have the fire rate up for the 25%. All these have catalysts. We have insight focus for firearm critical hit rate 14% and firearm critical hit damage for 6.5%. Better concentration for that firearm critical hit damage. Expand weapon charge, which is going to give us extra rounds per magazine. We also have concentration priority, so firearm critical hit damage is 120%, plus the reload time modifier is down by 30%, and then I do have fire enhancement. The reason why you do want fire enhancement is because of the way the Enduring Legacy unique talent works, and I'll explain that in a second. Now, if I was going to be running this same build for, say, something like a dungeon, I'd probably put more weak point damage on here, but this is kind of how I run this setup right here. Now let me show you the talent and why this firearm enhancement works. If we go over to it and we hit F1, you can see the unique ability right here. It says on hitting enemies inflicted with burn, firearm attack is 11%. So that's why you want to make sure that you do have fire enhancement on there. Overall, I do this have this at max stack, so I did enhance the unique ability 4 times, and it improves everything, right? So we have fire resistance goes down by 5% towards those enemies. Max stacks is 50. Fire resistance per stack 0.8%. Attribute status effect triggers 6%, and then the effect range drop off start is all at 0. So that's why you do want to get this at max stacks. It definitely makes a difference, and for me, this build right here is pretty insane. If we go over and we take a look at our info, and you'll see our critical hit rate on the Enduring Legacy is 33%, or almost 34%. The critical hit damage modifier is 7.8, very high multiplier right there, right? So that's why you guys want to get that. This does have crush damage, but overall, Enduring Legacy, if you guys are looking for a build, this is it right here. This has been an absolute monster for destroying those dungeon bosses. So hopefully this helped you guys out. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, Nothing But Skills out.